everyone, welcome to the best US Mint news channel on YouTube. I'm Son of a Silver Stacker. Today's date is the 3rd of November 2025, and in this video we're going to be talking about that 2-coin reverse proof set featuring the Morgan and Peace dollar. It's back on the schedule with a date, it's got a price tag, and a new mintage. You won't want to miss this episode. Now, before any of that though, if you're new here, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. It's actually a really big number. You can check it out on the Google machine. Yeah, it's ginormous. Also, we're always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, over to moneymetals.com, I can show you those live spot prices. Looks like everything is flat here. So gold's up $4.40 to $40.2180. Silver up 9 pennies to $49 even Steven. Platinum up $17.95 to $1,600.15. Palladium up $8.75 to $14.7230. And Dr. Copper is exactly flat, up 0 cents and $0 to $5.11 per pound. Down here, you're looking at in stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $10.49. For the quantity of 1 through 39, they ask that you pay just under $50 at $59.49, 51 cents away. Now, the buyback, that's the sell to them price, is $51.21, and that is definitely above the silver spot at $49. That's typically what we see, about $1.20. Now, next stop's going to be the United States Mint Semiquincentennial page. And, well, since tomorrow's the 4th, we can expect the 5th and final installment of the Best of the Mint program, and that's probably going to be that St. Gaudens. Check this out. And look at this. There's an error on their website, and it's been like this for like a month so far. Not sure what's going on over there. But here we are. The Best of the Mint numismatic products. It says here, last year, the United States Mint engaged Americans through a public input survey to vote for their favorite historic coins struck throughout our nation's history. The 5 top-rated coins were reviewed and recommended by the CCAC and the U.S. Commission of Fine Arts, that's the CFA, with final selections approved by the Secretary of the Treasury. In addition to releasing newly designed circulating coins in 2026, the Mint's going to issue 5 special Best of the Mint numismatic products or coins and metal sets as part of this journey through history. Now, what's interesting is they're talking about metal sets. I mean, that's like, what? What's going on there? Not sure, but it says that these 5 special sets will include 24-karat 4/9 fine gold coins reissued as faithful representations of the historic designs with the original dates of issuance to acknowledge each coin's place in history. The coins will also bear a special semiquincentennial, and you can almost just see it there, semiquincentennial Liberty Bell privy mark with the numeral 250. All right. Each coin will also have a 1-ounce silver companion medal featuring new and modern designs. I would say new and modern interpretations, right? Inspired by the 24-karat gold coins. Stay tuned as we plan to reveal one new design in our 2026 Best of the Mint series each month starting July 4th. Well, it's November 4 tomorrow, and we already have the 1804 silver dollar. We know that. There is the 1916 Walking Liberty, and that's where going to be the privy mark is. And that's pretty much where we see the privy mark for the American Silver Eagles, seeing how, well, it's almost the same, it's like the same design, right? And then we have the 1916 Standing Liberty. It's actually right there. That's kind of a cool spot. I like that. And then we have the Mercury Dime 250 there. Well, the next one, if you go to that Mint video, actually on YouTube, yeah, there's the final issuance right there. That's going to be the St. Gaudens right there. Isn't that going to be amazing? And that's probably going to be the most important out of all the semi-quincentennial gold coins. I think people are going to really want that one really bad. Like more than any of the other ones, it's going to be that one. Like, gotta have it, right? I think that's huge for a lot of people, especially really hardcore coin collectors. They're going to be just, well, falling all over themselves to get to that one, I would think. And that probably is going to have the, I would say, what, the waiting room, yeah, employed that day? Absolutely. Now, let's keep on keeping on. We're going to go to the United States Mint's product page, and here we are. We find ourselves on December 11th, the very bottom of the Mint's product schedule. We're viewing 73 out of 73 products, end of the 2025 releases, and I would suspect any day now that the Mint would be coming out with the 2026 product schedule. I can't wait for that. That's going to be really incredible. But, you know, the thing is, the U.S. Mint is, I don't think, well, with the fact that silver's so pricey, I think we're going to have higher costs and lower mintages than what we've seen this year. Because what we've seen, starting with, I think, the very first couple products over at the United States Mint, is we've seen them right-sizing their mintages to meet last year's sales. And that's exactly what they've done here for the Morgan and Peace dollar 2025 reverse proof 2-coin set. Check this out. Bingo, there we go. And this is the current product right here. and it is going to be $215. You got the Morgan and Peace dollars right there, and they're both out of San Francisco, California, right there. Look at that, San Francisco. There's the mint mark bearing the San Francisco Mint. And what we have here is, well, a new updated mintage limit. It's going to be 160,000, folks. Yeah, 160,000. And what was it before? Well, it was about 262, 500,000. And we know that because if you go to one of the other older videos, yeah, the mintage limit was 262, 5,000 right there. Yeah, that's how much lower it is. 262 to 160. Yeah, 100,000 got a haircut. Gonzo, not coming back. And why do you suppose that is? Well, because they're right-sizing their sales. If we go over to coinnews.net and we look at Morgan and Peace dollars, here we are, and we can see the sales for the 2024 is at 157,000, and they want 160,000. So they've rounded up right there. A lot of rounding going on lately. What's up with that? Yeah, they've rounded up to 160,000. But look at this. 247,000 was 2023, and they thought they could get away with that at 262, but really they're not flying off the shelves as they would have hoped. Really, it's not that, and really, I would suspect, I would have thought that this program would have been way more successful, seeing how it was the very first Morgan and Peace dollar in a reverse proof finish, but that's not the case. Generally speaking, let's go here to eBay, Morgan and Peace dollar, reverse proof 2-coin set, and there's 79 results that have been completed and sold and that have ended recently. Yeah, look at this, November 2 sale. That was just yesterday for 162.50, November 2 right there for 143. That's a buy it now there. Oh, nope, 13 bids there, 9 bids there. 17 bids there. Here's the buy it now, 164. Yeah, not a whole lot of, right? About $150 or so. 146 there, 14 bids, 169 buy it now. 250, that's a graded in a reverse proof 70. 149 there. So yeah, you're looking at about $150. And what's the price of this cost? Yeah, about $75 over what people are willing to pay on eBay for a 2-coin reverse proof set. There it is, folks. That's what's going down at the United States Mint. Now let's go over to the plus one. I've got a really good one for you today. This one is about Proverbs 14, number 34, and stay tuned. You might want to check this out. This is important right here. It says, charity will uplift the nation, but the kindness of regimes is a sin. And this is really important. You might be able to see it going on now. It is a sin for regimes to rob from one group in order to dispense kindness to other groups. This proverb expresses a deep skepticism or an outright rejection of state-sponsored welfare, government aid, or the benevolent actions of an authoritarian regime or system. The use of the word sin, a strong word sin, suggests that even when a regime's actions appear kind, they're fundamentally wrong or harmful. This perspective often stems from the view that the state action is inherently coercive, undermines individual liberty, creates dependency, or is merely a tool for control and manipulation, ultimately eroding the moral fabric that private charity builds. Now, folks, it really is about private charity. It's not about the government doling out aid to particular groups, one over the other or anything like that. It's about us taking care of each other. That's ultimately what it's about. And if we give this to Uncle Sam to do, well, it might not be the best idea, at least according to this particular proverb right there. Now over to the 99.9 KOI Coin News Radio. Whoa, whoa. This is Yes, Roundabout. The original 1971, but it's got a 2008 remaster. Good stuff here. And I think that's going to be about it. Remember now, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you hear and see, sub the channel. It's absolutely free. What's not free is going to be membership. Yeah, that's $1.99 a month. And I'm not rounding up, darn it. Yeah, it's only $1.99 a month. It's the price of a cheap cup of coffee. Yeah, cheap cup of coffee, or inexpensive, whatever adjective you like to use there. And it helps these videos keep coming out each and every single morning. And it works out to about 6.6 cents per video. So if you're sitting on the fence there wondering, yeah, well, should I help out Stacker? Yes, you should help out Stacker, I would think. But then again, I'm biased. What do I know? All right, folks, y'all have a great start to your week. Stacker out.